Yo, Breezie.
Yo.
The Niners still sign people after the 8 people from the draft.
We got 8 more to go. We got 8 more to look at. Let's do it, baby. What's going on, faithful? You touch it down today? You heard it today?
I heard it. We good, man. We good. We up and running. We were all ready, y'all. This was an act of nature. You just got to blame nature for this one, right, Wayne?
Sure.
Lonely.
Yeah, man. I don't know what you want me to say.
How you doing today, brother, man? I missed you, man. It feels like it's been longer than 24 hours. How you been, man?
It's been real today. Today was rough, man. Gym was rough. But the day's good, but the gym was bad. The gym was rough. Wasn't bad. I had to get through the cardio part. But once I got through it, I was able to get through it. And then we're here, man, to bring you guys a show. Like some news, and we got some number updates and all that good stuff.
So you started by saying that there were 8. Now I have 7. I'm just curious to know which one you have that I don't have.
Okay. I mean, which 7 do you have?
So you know that my favorite one so far is Tanner Mordecai.
Okay.
Because I like saying the name Mordecai.
Okay.
And then there's Drake Nugent.
Yeah.
Cody Schrader.
Yeah. Tariq
Owens.
Yeah.
Evan Anderson.
Yeah.
Mason Pline.
Yeah.
And Bryson Mays.
All right, so you're missing Jalen, the DB. He plays safety and cornerback. So you're missing him. So what we'll do today we're going to cover the four weapons on the offense, and then tomorrow we'll cover the defensive guys and the offensive line guys. Why that look?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, you said the 4 weapons on the offense. Okay.
Yeah, I meant exactly what I said when I said weapons.
Too. Okay. Yeah. My bad. I'm with you now. I'm with us. All right. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Let's do this.
All right. So what I did, Mike, since you were in the bathroom taking a I created.
Wow.
I had plenty of time to create a wheel.
Act of nature. We're going to call it.
Okay. My bad.
You got to hit the box up at the top right. Hit the box to go the full square. So we gonna see your list in there. There you go. There you go.
All right. So we got 4 names on here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna click the wheel, and we're gonna get to know these players. We're gonna look them up. We're gonna talk about them. I was able to watch no film, but I did see some highlights on some of these players. I got that far today. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and click that wheel and have some fun with this. Shout out to everybody out there. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the live show. Make sure you hit that like button and feel free to subscribe to both channels. I hate to say feel free. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but go subscribe to both channels. That's me telling you what to do. That's a directive. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you subscribe to both if you're not already. And feel free if you want to support the channels, because we trying to, what people think, Mike?
So that I got the bubble guts. Yes, I know exactly what they
ain't think. Nobody in the chat said you got the bubble guts. They ain't nobody say that but you. See, you brought that up. All I said was you was in the bathroom taking Mike in the bathroom taking the don't tell nobody. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. I miss Ezel. And God, I don't know his real name off the top of my head, but rest in peace. Rest in heaven. All right, so what I was saying to you was the Niners may have some hidden gems in the undrafted free agent pool. If there's not one place they find talent, it's in this part of the draft. I've never seen so many people wait for the undrafted portion after the draft. It's like you just been online for 95 hours and you're ready to go to 96 hour because you're excited to see who your team grabs, who didn't get drafted, and who they grab in the undrafted free agency portion of the draft.
And John Lynch be so excited about it. Like he said after day 2, like, yeah, I just wanted to trade all of our picks so we can get there. Like he ain't even beat around the bush. He ain't try to hide it. He was like, yeah, I thought about just trading getting all our picks out the way so we get to the UDFAs. Like,
why is that so funny to me though?
They care about it. Like they care that much about it. Let's just get all the guys we like now. Now, here's my question to you. If there was a way to get them all in the 3rd round, every player we got in the 3rd round, would you be mad if that's what his game plan was?
To get one of the undrafted guys in the 3rd round?
No. If we got all 8 that we drafted, but did it all on day 2, would you be mad? Like we get the same exact draft prospects.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to understand the hell you asking me. So we drafted all our players by day 2 and didn't have anything on day 3.
Trading back and everything. Nothing on day 3 at all.
Oh, that would have been great. Good pause. No, we didn't have to watch. People don't understand the brain capacity it took to sit here for all that time. And I left an hour early, and maybe an hour and a half early, maybe 2 hours before y'all did, because I had to get to a show. Like, and the reason why I said that is because, I mean, I would assume they would have drafted not better talent, higher ranked talent. I don't know how to say that.
I mean, everybody would have been viewed as a reach at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would have been like the people that they wanted, though. So, all right, it was a silly question.
No, it's not a silly question. That's actually a damn good question now that I think about it. Mike, Nigel wants to know, how does undrafted free agent signings work financially?
So they got to get a contract.
It's not a contract like, but go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're right. But it's more of they do get a contract. So yes.
It's like a promise to let you try out with very low guarantees.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you put in a guarantee. There are guarantees.
Yes. But the guarantees, like an expensive one is like $100,000.
Good Lord. That's a lot of money for a person that didn't get drafted.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yes.
But that's good. I thought that question was relatively good though, because these are our contracts. Now, I was thinking of the contracts of the players that after the roster is picked and then they go to the practice squad. That's a whole different contract. That's like a week-to-week contract, because those players can get signed by other rosters. They're actually free agents just on the practice squad. Like the Niners don't own their rights, but we got to get there first. AJ Johnson, Slick 86. How could I forget his name? My apologies. So, yeah, we'll have more info on that. All right, let's get to these 4 guys.
All right, you got to spin the wheel, buddy. There we go. Here we go.
I got the corny sound effects, all that good stuff. Ooh, tight end Mason Pline, former basketball player. Okay, so Mason Pline, tight end from Furman.
Now, it says Fowlers. What's Fowlers? Fowlers, Michigan. Okay, that's the city he's from. Okay.
Yeah, but he played for the Furman Paladins.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he played for. I only got him playing for 1 year. He's a former basketball player, though. They got him listed at 6'7", 250, dog. We asked for a big tight end, Mike. We got us a big motherfucking tight end. He'd be the biggest tight end on the team.
Yeah, he'd be the biggest. Often, yes, he would. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out where you were going, but I think I got it.
Yeah,
he'd be the biggest offensive weapon.
So, you got to tell us something about this young man. So you said he only played for 1 year.
Play 1 year. At least for the Furman Paladins.
I like their colors.
Their colors are fire.
It's the white with the purple mat. Oh,
shout
that
out
is
to
dope.
Mr. Pline too. He gave me a follow on Instagram. I thought that was pretty cool.
His daddy?
No, he did. I call him.
Oh,
I call everybody Mr. and Mrs. or Ms. You know what I'm saying? It's just out of respect. I don't care if you're younger than me. You still a
Purdy.
Mister. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, 31 receptions, 282 yards, 4 touchdowns. Mike, you ready for this? 9.1 yards per average.
Okay.
That's a decent number for a tight end. His pause. No rushes, no runs, no nothing like that. As far as blocking, give me a second. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna try. Yeah. Yeah, you did.
You were supposed to keep talking over that. You were,
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was. I heard you. It's like you tried to say it in one ear and it was in the ear you said it in. You know what I mean? But
okay, I got you.
let's see if I can find some PFF stats on him. Oh, hallelujah, PFF. That's what I'm talking about. PFF. Way to be on it, PFF. Hey, Mike, his blocking grade is a 70.5 pass blocking.
That's not bad.
I was about to say Negro. That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
His run
He
blocking
looks like-
grade though is a 51.9.
He looks like a member of our coaching staff already. Like I feel like he's already here somehow.
Not at 6'7", 250, 260.
I mean, yeah, okay.
He literally played ball. Like I would want to know if he's going to be. I always wanted the 49ers to have that. Come on, give me some of the basketball tight ends that we've witnessed. The
Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez. He was tall.
Tony Gonzalez. What?
I was thinking of the Graham kid. I can't think of his name.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. I think he's still playing the NFL too. You know what I mean?
He is still with the Saints, if I'm not mistaken.
Good Lord, he's been playing for about 20 years.
He just went back last year.
Give me a Jimmy Graham. Gronk was a big tight end, but he didn't have the basketball jumpy heights. There was a kid that played for Jacksonville Jaguars. I can't ever remember his name. And Julian Thomas, maybe? Does that name ring a bell?
There was a Julius Thomas.
Is it Julius Thomas?
There was a Julius Thomas.
Antonio Gates was a ball player, but he was kind of on the shorter side.
I don't know why you hating on my man though.
Who?
So Julius Thomas was the guy you talking about. He was with the Jaguars and with the Broncos. Yes.
I'm wondering if he gives us that high catch radius. You know what I'm saying? With the Mason Pline, because all right. Let me get to his catches while you doing your thing. As far as receiving, like I said, he only played that 1 year. They line him up, Mike. They would line him up in the slot. He had 150 snaps in the slot, bro.
Oh, excuse me. That was a bad chill.
He lined up outside wide 14 times, and then as an inline tight end, 194. 37 targets.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. My bad. I apologize.
No. 37 targets, 28 receptions, a 75.7% catch reception percentage. He had 199 yards. Well, he had over that compared to ESPN, but yeah. I think the Niners. What were you going to say? Because I do want to talk about the depth chart a little bit because I have the depth chart in front of me.
So I'm looking at his overview on his draft profile on NFL.com. All right.
Good. So you keep NFL up. I keep what I got up. How about that? We tag team.
It says Earring Pline is a former basketball player, might initially cause evaluators his ears to perk up, but he fails to overwhelm coverages with his athleticism and above the rim ball skills. He's a tall, athletic frame, but needs to get much stronger to keep from getting bounced around by defenders. He's unable to sustain blocks for long and lacks the necessary aggression to do battle with the bullies in the league. While he showed continual improvement as a pass catcher this past season, it might not be enough to create legitimate camp opportunity. However, they have his drafted projection as priority free agent.
That's the undrafted guy.
Yes, that's him. This is Mason Pline.
But that's what I'm just saying. That's what priority free agent means.
But priority though.
Yeah, like sign him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mike, sometimes I feel like they contradict themselves. But when I look at the tight end You ready? Here's our depth chart: George Kittle, Braden Willis, Cameron Latou, Eric Saubert, Jake Tongs, and Mason Pline. So you got
got a shot.
You God dang it, Mike. I was trying to say it like nice. Your ass was just like he got a shot. God dang right. Can he beat out Braden Willis? Can he beat out Cameron Latou? And then you got the two vets that, in my opinion, Kyle brings on vets, and guess where they go?
To the practice squad.
Why it's the rule? Kyle got the rule on lock. You know what I mean? He got that rule on lock. So that's him. I like that Mike got that profile up so we can read a little bit about him. But we'll see what happens, man. We saw the depth. We see his competition. It's George Kittle and then competition. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I think he's a decent pass catcher. I forgot this. The most important thing, and my apologies. The most important thing, we talked about his catches and his reception rate. I did not talk about his drops, and he had one drop.
Well, it said he caught 75% of the passes, so that
I didn't know you were going to do it like that. Like, you know what I mean? But like, still, one drop is...
Yeah, that's good.
Just because he caught 75% of his passes, but that means that those passes that he didn't catch were uncatchable or bad passes.
Target. Yeah.
Off target.
That's
there
right.
you go. Okay.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's spin the wheel.
Absolutely.
We are on it, baby. Clap it up, man. We got some guys coming in here to rookie minicamp, which begins next week, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, everybody want to know about Cody Schrader, Mike. You got the profile up. Read about him while I get his stats pulled up, dog.
All right. So Cody Schrader.
I know he's slow.
Running back. That sounded bad. That's not.
I mean, slow as the speed, right? What was his 40 time?
5'8", 202.
That's slow, Mike.
That's
Mike, I could run a 4.61.
I don't think so, but I hear you.
That's kind of. I think I could run a 4.61.
Wait, all right, okay. You think I could run a 4.61, Wayne?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're giving me a lot of credit. All right, that's fine. I love you too, man. Listen, he was a star Division II before transferring to Missouri for the 2022 season.
Gotcha.
And then he proved that he was capable of playing at the highest level in college football. In that 2022 season, he averaged 4.4 yards a carry for 745 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was even better in 2023, where he bumped his average per carry up to 5.9.
Well, I thought you was going to read about. I was going to read the stats, but you got it. Keep going. Yeah, you on it.
Okay, I'm sorry. He went for a total of 1,627 yards and 14 touchdowns, also catching 22 passes for 191 yards. He played 4 seasons, and he had a slow ass 40 time.
I don't think the 40. Old. Well, here's the thing. Like when you're a running back and a wide receiver, the 40 is going to kind of like boost or lower your draft stock, literally. So it's almost best to not run it, wait till that pro day, and if you could get out there and run it, cool beans. But yeah, how many touchdowns you said he had? Because I got 13 here.
You want total, or he had 14? So he had 14 in 2023, but one of them might have been receiving.
So I'm gonna use this site, and here we go. So 446 attempts, 2,372 yards in his 2 years in SEC. I think he was one of the top running backs in the SEC. He averaged 5.3 yards per carry. That's a Kyle Shanahan running back too, by the way. A total of 23 TDs, and you talked about everything else. So as far as his receiving TDs, there are none. But he did have a total of 328 yards receiving, averaging about 8 yards per catch.
33-inch vertical.
There we go. This is what I want you to talk about, not the stats.
10-yard split.
You got everything else.
You want the 10-yard split? Tell me if this is good or not.
Go ahead.
1.55.
See, to me, that's the key. Like his burst is at 10. Like his burst at the 10 yards is that 1.55. I think that's good. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. Hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah, and then again, the 40-yard dash was a 4.61. He didn't bench, he didn't do the 3-cone drill, the broad jump, or anything like that. But I do want to talk about his age really quick. This
That's
kid
fine.
was in college for 6 seasons. He started in 2018, and he did 4 years at Truman State before transferring to the SEC, going to Missouri.
So
He played 2 more years.
Well, we know that the Niners are drafting more matured, experienced players and signing undrafted guys as the matured, experienced players. They're looking for these guys to kind of like plug and play. Like they should be able to come in. They have the experience on the football field, and so they should be able to plug and play quickly. Now they just got to learn the terminology and the playbook. I think that's the hardest part for the rookie, right? So you asked me about the 155, and I just wanted to give you, he has the same 10-yard split as Isaac Garindo.
Now that's something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a bigger bone dude, right? Like he's short in 202, so he's got to be like stocky.
Right. He's my size, right? That's me.
Yeah,
I'm a little heavier than him. But yeah, like when I played running back, this was my size.
That was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the Niners, this may be one of the steals in the undrafted pool. I'm not even going front.
Okay.
This kid, did you see that quick thing that came out? I forgot who put it out. About every time Kyle Shanahan drafts a running back, the undrafted guy is the one that makes the roster.
Yes. Kyle said it himself at the presser. The same presser where John was like, I want to trade all of our picks now so we can get it over with.
So I want to go back to the Joe Williams draft because Matt Breida is the one that stole that, right? I can't remember this one, so I need your help. So when he drafted Trey Sermon, who was the undrafted running back that year?
Was that Mason?
No, Mason would have been the TDP draft.
It was both of them in the same draft, wasn't it? Oh, that was back to back. That was back to back drafts. Never mind.
Right. So Trey Sermon was drafted one year, and then the next year we drafted TDP and we let Sermon go. But that year we drafted TDP, we also signed Jordan Mason.
So the Trey Sermon year was 20.
Oh, so it wasn't an undrafted guy. It was Elijah Mitchell that we drafted in the 6th round who took over for the 3rd round guy.
There
right.
You go.
All right. So, but then we talked about TDP, and then the undrafted guy was Jordan Mason. And so now you draft Isaac Garindo, and the undrafted guy is Cody Schrader. But here's the difference. Isaac Garindo wasn't drafted in the 3rd round. I think that's the key difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, those were 3rd round guys. We got Isaac Garindo in the 4th round. Can both of these guys make the roster? Well, that's another question because we're gonna break down the depth chart on a different show. But here's the depth chart at running back. And when Mike hangs up that phone, he's gonna let us know if Cody Schrader has a shot. I like this, man. Does Cody Schrader have a shot? Here we go. Running backs. For the San Francisco 49ers, it's CMC. It's Elijah Mitchell. It's Isaac Garindo, the rookie they just drafted. Patrick Taylor, the free agent they signed. Jordan Mason. And then the undrafted guy, Cody Schrader. Now, some people are putting takes out there about Schrader maybe possibly beating out a guy like Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's only knock, in my opinion, when you look at Jordan Mason, he could run the ball very well. But what's his knock? What's the knock on Jordan Mason? It's run block. It's
lack
pass
of
protection.
opportunity.
No, it's pass pro. He's terrible at pass blocking. So, yeah, you could say lack of opportunity, but every time he gets the ball, he does what he does best with it. It's when they're in their pass down sets, and he's just not great at pass pro. You know what you get from Cody Schrader? Good pass protection. I think that might be something to look at. You know what I mean? It just may be something to look at. Pass blocking grade, though, is kind of low to me. But he had some games where he was above and beyond. He did, like against Georgia, he had an 82.8 pass blocking grade.
Mm-hmm. So the interesting thing about all of that is this is Jordan Mason's last year under contract. And if the Niners were to release him pre-June 1st, There's cap
Ooh.
savings of just under $1 million. It's
Wait, I have a
9.
question though, because I don't understand the contract for undrafted guys. Those guys sign year-to-year contracts, right?
No, he signed a 3-year deal. 3-year, $2,570,000 deal.
Oh, so Jordan Mason signed a 3-year deal as an undrafted. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So this is his last year. Is this Elijah Mitchell's last year too? As well as we said that CMC got one more year after this, and Patrick Taylor's on a 1-year deal.
Elijah Mitchell's deal is, did you know that there's a cornerback for the Saints with the same exact name? This is Elijah Mitchell's last year.
So this could be a good year of replenishing the running backs room.
The Niners save $1 million once they decide which one of those two to get rid of, no matter how you spend it.
Wow, let's spin this wheel because the time is surely going.
Okay. And I do think that he has a shot.
That's what I was waiting for. There you go.
He does have
Got
a
a
shot.
shot. We got wide receiver Tariq Owens. All right. Son of former All-Pro. Did Terrell Owens, he made it to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yes, he did.
Hall of Fame 49er wide receiver Terrell Owens. Now, I personally think he stood out at the freaking pro day they had at the Niners camp. This kid, I think this is where he just like excelled, and they fell in love with him there because he was the only person you heard them talk about. Like, like they didn't talk about. I can't tell you who else attended that pro day other than that quarterback that got signed. He was like a former 3rd round pick or something, and he got signed to a different team. I can't even think of his name off the top of my head, but yeah, Vikings guy or something like that. But they talked about Tariq Owens a lot, and you know, Missouri State is where he played. I don't know if you have a write up about him, but
nothing anywhere.
Nothing anywhere.
I have like his stats and all, but I can't find like an in-depth breakdown of anything.
I have his stats per PFF. I could tell you what he did at his pro day. So give me a second because I remember him having a pro day.
So while Wayne pulls that up, I often wonder if, do you think that teams have the luxury? Actually, I know they do. I'm going to ask you though. Do you think teams have the luxury of just giving guys a look, like bring them into camp and hope that, you know, we talk enough positivity about him and he can catch on somewhere else?
Yeah.
Because the Niners did this before with someone else. Again, a son of a coach, actually, Johnny Holland's son, Jordan Holland. I don't know if you remember him.
Didn't they do this as well with the coach son that played a tight end? We talked about him on a couple of episodes ago. And they signed him as an undrafted guy.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. And
he played tight end, and I can't think of the last name. Was it Doug Peterson? Something Peterson. Josh Peterson.
It was Peterson's son. Yep. Very good. Good call back there. So they do looks for people that they respect. They'll bring their child in, give them a nod, and hope that, you know, they say enough positive things about them they can catch on somewhere else. Do you think that's what's happening here with Tariq?
I don't know. I don't know. I think, you know, I'm not going to I think part of being that legacy pick is important, but I don't know how much they value that. I don't think they really care about stuff like that. I really think they evaluated this kid after they got more eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't think Tariq did enough to draw the attention of the NFL. But maybe because of the connection with Terrell Owens, telling them to look at my son, check him out. Yo, he's this, he's that. Maybe that played a, you know, and it's always cool to have that. Like, it's because the world is about who you know, not what you know. It's about who you know, right? Like, it's all about connections. So there's a possibility that's still a connected vice between the two. But this kid showed up at his pro day. He ran a 4.51, bro. That's Terrell Owens ran a 4.63 and was a 3rd round pick. So I think lack of production is why he wasn't on radars. Because when I go to his production per PFF, I gotta say per who, it's low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he did his first year was at Florida Atlantic. University. That's where we got Evan Anderson from too, as well. So they probably played together. Ding, ding, ding. All right.
Maybe one that. Oh, okay.
Oh, just say. And then his last 3 years, 4-year guy, in college, were at Missouri State. He finished with, let's see, that's blocking. His blocking grade was a 58.4. His receiving grade, that's pass blocking though. My bad. No, that was run blocking. His receiving grade though was a 72. 47 targets, 28 receptions, almost 60% reception rate, 528 yards. But here's the number you circle. It's what he does with the ball. Like either he's running those routes as a wideout, and he's a left or right. He's not a predominantly slot, but it doesn't mean he can't play there. 18.9 yards per reception. Doesn't that sound like somebody on this roster? I mean, the touchdowns are only 4, but doesn't that sound like somebody on this roster that averages the most yards per reception on the team? I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's there. I'm not saying he's there to replace anybody. I just think when I think of the 49ers, they have a type and they're sticking to it. Like they're not going away from the type that they're looking for. They want guys that can get me yards, period. Like and chunks, not, whatever. 184 yak yards, that's not enough. 6.6 yards per, yak per reception. I mean, I guess that is enough now that I think about it. But when we think of yak, we're thinking the yak's going to be like totaled like up into the 600-700s of the numbers. Not a yak guy. Big playmaker down the field. It doesn't have tip top speed, but 4.51 speed with a nice size catch radius. This kid might be a problem, bro. This kid might be a problem.
So the question is this: does he or does he not have a shot? Because when you start reading this depth chart, it's going to feel way different. It's going to feel way.
I mean, because yeah. I mean, there's 11.
Can we be honest, or are we going to be optimistic? Like, how you going to be positive?
Okay, because this is not that show, but what's your number? And my number is 7 this year. But what's your number of wide receivers?
I think it's going to depend on the offensive lineman, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I just guess a number though. I understand that, but guess a number.
I'm going to say 5, 6 tops. 6
okay,
tops.
So I think they go 7 tops, but that's a lot. But it depends on how practices pan out, like you said. So before anything kicks off, I'm gonna go with 7, and that 7th spot or even that 6th spot is gonna be tough to crack. Because here we go. We talked about wideouts. Mother freaker, we doing it. We talked about wideouts. Left wideout is Brandon Ayuk, Ronnie Bell, Chris Conley, and Tariq Owens. So, yeah. And then your right wideouts, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, Danny Gray, and Tay Martin. And then your slot guys, Ricky Pearsall, Trent Taylor, Jacob Cowing. Bro, there's 11 wide receivers on this roster. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Possibly Chris Conley, and I know people don't want to hear it, Tay Martin, and Trent Taylor get cut and sent and sign practice squad contracts.
So that means
that's 8. And we got to cut 2 more.
He's not better than Ronnie Bell. He's not going to get Cowling's job.
It all depends, Mike, what they do at this camp. Like, there's a possibility Ronnie Bell's on the bubble. There's a possibility Danny Gray would be on the bubble. The reason why I say on the bubble is because if you cut Ronnie Bell or Danny Gray, maybe Danny Gray has a shot to make it to the practice squad. But if you cut Ronnie Bell, he gone. Like, somebody's signing him. Whereas Chris Conley's been in the league a long time. He's a vet. Those vets usually don't get picked up by different teams. Right. Well, they don't.
I think if we release him, he'll get signed somewhere because he did his job when he came in. He's got the familiarity with the Chiefs. The Chiefs wide receiving room is he might be able to bounce back over there. You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% correct. I just feel like people don't, for some reason, teams aren't looking to pick up 49er wide receivers off the practice squad. We always looking to pick up their guys that get cut, like other team players that get cut. Did he do his thing in the Super Bowl? For sure, but then why no one signed him in free agency? It's not like we made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
I mean, maybe he wanted to stay here.
That's fine. So that means he's going to want to stay here and remain as a undrafted free agent.
We'll see.
I agree. It's too soon to cut Bell. So I'm not saying Bell gets cut. It's not what I'm saying. We're talking about how crazy the competition is and how legit hard or difficult it's going to be for the son of Terrell Owens, Tariq, to kind of make a name for himself. Remember Isaiah Winstead last year, who had this phenomenal tape that just floated on, and the Niners signed him as an undrafted free agent? Where is he now?
I don't know.
All right, we got one more pick to go, and then tomorrow we're going to bring you the other 4 guys. Make sure you guys got your alerts
on Mordecai.
Mordecai.
Do you know what that's from, right?
One of them, is that an Eddie Murphy movie?
No, man. No. First Sunday when he went
with Cat Williams and Omar Epps.
Yeah, but no.
Wasn't Day wasn't in there?
John. Okay. Was Day in it? I think he was in it. Actually. It was John though. Remember, he's like, you got 2 first names. He was like, well, my mom didn't know my dad's.
Yeah.
He got the massage.
But I've heard Mordecai in something different, like not just in that. Just for me,
but he was in the massage parlor. He didn't know who was giving him a massage.
Yes,
like, I like that.
Yes.
Talk dirty to me. Tell me your name in my ear. And he bent down. He was like,
Mordecai. I remember that. Tanner Mordecai. Mike, this is your player. This is who you've been wanting to talk about, quarterback from Wisconsin.
Oh no, I just wanted to say his name.
Oh, this guy. All right, let's start with his let's start with his passing. Mike, can you look up his speed? Because I swear to God, he ran a 4.4 or something like that. 4.3. Can you just look up his speed for me?
He ran a 4.46.
You thought I was lying when I said that. And you said what?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Mike, this kid ran a 4 freaking Brock Purdy,
and
probably
his broad jump was pretty impressive too.
So he's an athletic QB, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Okay, no, what?
Yeah,
possible tight end. Okay, so let me go through this real quick. Dang, I wasn't expecting that. He had 275 attempts, 177 completions, 64.4 completion percentage. That's kind of decent last year. Overall, he's a 65.8 completion percentage type of quarterback. He's played all over the NCAA. So he started 3 years at Oklahoma, did 2 years at SMU. Is this Danny Gray's guy? When did we draft Danny Gray?
Oh, don't get me lying.
2021?
Years ago, 2021.
So, is it 21? What year are we in? 24. Yeah. So 2020. This is Danny Gray's quarterback.
Now I got to confirm.
What if?
Oh, no, it says 22. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because
so
even
if it was 22, he's still Danny Gray's quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Mike, what if?
Oh, stop it. Stop.
Yes, sir. I was told to stop. I'm gonna stop.
Go. No, okay. Go. What if what?
What if Tanner Mordecai and Danny Gray make a connection because they're going to be playing on the same 4th squad?
I'm going home. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. Now, what? Go ahead.
When you go through this depth chart, though, come on now. This depth chart ain't like the other ones. It definitely ain't like the wide receiving room.
Oh, you ready? You want me to go straight there so we can end it? All right, cool. So here we go. Quarterbacks. Shit. Brock Purdy.
Okay, I think he's safe this year.
Dobbs.
He should be safe this year.
Ain't no way Brandon Allen making the quarterback. Brandon Allen is going to get zooted and booted and get that guarantee money from the contract he signed as a free agent with the 49ers, right? They did the same thing with Nate Sudfeld. I think this year's Nate Sudfeld is going to be Brandon Allen because there's no way that Tanner Mordecai isn't going to woo the coaches.
Wait, are you saying he's going to make it? Are you saying he's going to make it, Wayne?
Hear me out. I wouldn't be surprised if they start him off as the emergency and then he emerges to the number 2 and Dobbs becomes the emergency. Or they let Dobbs go and Brandon Allen goes back to being the emergency. Remember I kept saying we should draft a quarterback? Well, we let one fall to us in free agency. And you let probably the most athletic quarterback out there. This bump Jaden Daniels. This kid ran a 4.46. What? Oh, I didn't finish reading his stats. But does he have a shot real quick to make this roster? I say yes.
All right. I'll just say yes.
No. Don't just say all right. I'll just say yes. Don't be like that. Just say what you.
It's a weak quarterback room.
I didn't say that it wasn't, but
I'm saying it's a weak quarterback room, so he has a shot. Yes, he absolutely has a shot.
Okay. All right. Well,
how old is he? 5 years in college. You said, right? So he'll be 25 in November.
6 years.
25 in November. 6 years. Yeah, he'll be 25 in November 8th.
He ended at Wisconsin, so he ended up in Big Ten football, and overall 66.4% completion, 9,800. He almost had 10,000 yards in college. Average 7.7 per pass.
9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah. I'm talking about total 85 touchdowns, total 27 interceptions. His quarterback rating is a 148.7 overall. Ain't that good? Huh? What the hell? Bad. Did they just find a quarterback?
You know what his highest percentage of like completions was? So they have like his medium pass, his short pass, his long pass.
Yeah.
What? His long pass is 85%. This goes back to what you were saying.
So he throws the deep.
Yo.
You know, ain't my fault you don't watch the show. We just bring up stuff that just makes sense in our heads. Pause, you know, and that's kind of like what it is. I like being split screen. I feel like split. Mike, all I'm saying is, what if? And I'm going to leave it ... What if? What's going on, Taryn? What if?
That's my man right there.
Yes, sir.
50 grand out here showing some love. There we go. That's it, man. We broke down the first 4.
Ooh, tomorrow's 4 is going to be fun.
I can't wait for the 4 for tomorrow, man.
Wait a minute, Mike. Wait a minute. The 49ers only got one defensive lineman undrafted this year.
And didn't draft any.
That's my point. They said
he's a lock to make the roster, right?
Yeah. No team is safe when the Niners are on the
That's not it.
Oh, shoot.
We live all the time. Just kicking it with the fan, bro.
That's it today.
That's Breezie.
I'm Mike. I mean, he might.
This
is the B.A.M show.